So we're going to talk briefly about the layout of the dash and the switch pack on the NauticStar boat. This boat is equipped with standard Yamaha gauges. So you can see these are standard analog gauges, tachometer, speedometer, fuel, and trim. Tack on this boat also is your alarm function. So it shows low oil pressure and high engine temperature. Typically, this motor should run from about 600 RPM to just over 5,500 RPM at full throttle. Speed's pretty self-explanatory. However, in boats, speed is based on water pressure. So, as you get going faster, the gauge becomes more accurate. There's still a slight deviance between what you're seeing in GPS and what you're seeing in water pressure, and that's very normal. Fuel gauge is pretty self-explanatory. And then the trim is showing us what level the motor's at. Ignition and dead man switch right next to it. And then this boat is equipped with what's called a binnacle mount. So binnacle mount is a throttle and shift that's mounted directly onto a flat surface, and because of this, it doesn't require a safety switch. So without any impediment, this boat will shift between forward, neutral, and reverse without needing to push on any kind of safety. The trim is equipped within the throttle control just at the end of the switch. Next to that is the controls for your Lenco trim tabs. They are also equipped with indicators that show the level of trim tab on each side. This boat's equipped with a Simrad Go 7 and then also an Infinity sound system. This is where we have our switch pack. This same switch pack is used on most NauticStar boats, and so it can be used for multiple models. First and foremost, we have our nav lights. That's in the up direction and anchor in the down. Navigation is for while we're underway at night, moving at night. It's a signal to show other boaters where we are. That same switch in the down position is your anchor light. That'll activate only the single white light on the top of the boat. That's a symbol to other boaters to show that you're out, but you're not moving anywhere. Next to that is our bilge pump switch, single or dual. This boat is equipped with dual bilge pumps. One of those two bilge pumps is also an automatic. So if ever there's more than about 2 inches of water on, it's going to automatically turn itself on and pump itself out. Next to that is the courtesy lights. They're blue lights around the cockpit. They're going to light up and show us where our feet are at night so we're not stubbing our toes. It also adds a lot of ambient light to the cockpit. Live well lights, also very self-explanatory. There's a light in the rear live well that allows us to see our live well or our bait well at night. The next two switches are both pre-wired, pre-fused accessory switches. So each of those switches, we could wire a separate electronic or accessory onto the boat that we want in the future. There's a marine 12-volt receptacle, so you can charge your phone or run any other type of accessory. Live well. This is for the aft live well, both auto and manual. Auto is going to run in an auto recirculation state, where it's going to automatically turn itself on when it needs water. The aft live well in this boat is also equipped with a recirculation. So once you're up and moving, it's grabbing water from that live well and refreshing it within. Raw water pump. The raw water pump on this boat draws water from the lake or ocean, and it allows us to pump through the boat so that we can clean it. The next one accessory in this particular boat is actually wired into the bow live well. Because the bow live well is an accessory, that's where it's wired into. And then last, we have another 15 amp accessory. So this accessory is fused with a much higher amperage. So any larger accessories that you wanted to put in there, you could do that. Last but not least is the horn. Sound signaling device, signal other boaters that you're out and moving around. Below each of these accessories, you can see there's a small rubber button. Those small rubber buttons are breakers. In NauticStar and other boat brands, as opposed to using fuses, they use breakers so that if something short circuits, you can quickly and easily reset it. It's also much more resistant to moisture and corrosion. So below each of these accessories is its corresponding breaker. If any of those aren't working for some reason, you can just press them to reset. Similar to this fuse panel, we have another up above the boat here. This one is for all of our accessories that are up on the T-top. This is exclusive to if you have a fiberglass T-top. This one is equipped with overhead lights, spreader lights, and then we have a separate accessory switch that we could wire into. There's a secondary fuse box inside at the top of the T-top. So that's been a quick walkthrough of a 2020 NauticStar Dash.